Stefano Domenicali, F1 boss on potential new races and teams in Martin Brundle exclusive. F1 chief Stefano Domenicali speaks exclusively to Sky Sports F1's Martin Brundle, saying Las Vegas and Africa could host Grand Prix in future. Domenicali also discusses potential for 30-race season. Watch Saudi Arabian Grand Prix live only on Sky Sports F1 this weekend. Formula One boss Stefano Domenicali has confirmed to Sky Sports F1 that Las Vegas and Africa could both hold races in the future, and says 30 Grand Prix season would be possible due to the level of interest in the sport. F1 is set for a record 23-race calendar this year, but there are intense rumors that Las Vegas, which was last to host in 1984, could join next season as a third race in the United States. Recommended 1/5. Martin Brundle, contrasting Bahrain GPs for Ferrari, Mercedes and Red Bull as F1 2022 starts in style. Read more. Recommended by. Speaking exclusively to Martin Brundle ahead of the Bahrain GP, Domenicali said there was not only Las Vegas, there are other cities that are interested in Formula One. We need to be balanced, we need to see what are the other opportunities, said F1's CEO and president. And very soon we are going to tell everyone what is our strategy to develop that market. Ferrari ready for title fight as Red Bull crumble, long shot for Merc. Max Verstappen critical of Red Bull after brutal double retirement. Ross Brawn delighted with opener and says F1 set for glorious year. Domenicali also referenced Africa as a potential market to grow. South Africa's Kyalami circuit, which Lewis Hamilton recently insisted should be back in F1. Last hosted a race in 1993 and has been mooted as an option. On top of America, on top of China, I think there is a potential also to be in Africa soon, Domenicali stated. There is a lot of interest there. For sure, that's another area that so far is missing in the geography of our calendar. Domenicali, potential for 30-race season. F1's current Concord agreement, which runs until 2025, allows 24 races per season. I think there is potential to go to 24, added Domenicali. I would say there is potential to go to 30. In terms of the interest we see all around download the Sky Sports app. It is up to us to try to find the right balance considering what are the venues which would like to be in F1, what are the historical values we need to see on Speaking to reporters in Bahrain, Domenicali also said that some current races could lose their spot on the grid. There are some promoters who have expiring agreements, and probably some of the current Grand Prix will no longer be part of the calendar, he said. Will more teams be added to F1 grid? Domenicali also spoke to Brundle about potential new teams in F1. Michael Andretti, a hugely successful American driver and team owner, has been vocal about submitting a bid for an F1 entry. There's not only Michael Andretti, said Domenicali. He is maybe the most vocal one, but we have more than 4 or 5 requests to consider an extra team to be a part of Formula One. But Domenicali hinted that while F1 will discuss with governing body the FIA about potentially having more than 10 teams on the grid to find the right strategy for the future, he isn't convinced the sport needs it. I have to be very honest, today F1 with 10 teams, with the competition on the track, is very, very solid, he explained. There's complexities that need to be considered if other teams can be added. Therefore I don't think it's the most important element to grow F1, to be honest. Highlighting last year's intense title battle, he added, at the end of the day, with 2 drivers and 2 teams fighting, the interest in F1 was at if we have, as we hope this year, more teams and more drivers to fight, that's more than enough. The Formula One season continues on Friday on Sky Sports F1 with the Saudi Arabian GP. Sunday's race starts at 6 p.m. Find out more.